Hello guys, welcome to another installment of ModCon 101. Today we will be talking about the most important subject ever! Circuit hygiene. So Broski here is a ModCon student and his circuit is looking like a hot mess. It turns out he didn't put in the extra time at the beginning of this lab to focus on the hygiene of his circuit and has wasted a lot of time later debugging. First things first, don't make an all-white circuit like Broski did. We recommend color coding. Our standard for colors are negative 12 volts is blue, plus 12 volts represented by yellow wire, ground is black wire, plus 5 volts is red wire, and the other colors of wires we have available to you are for everything in between. Pick your poison. First things first. Think about your op-amp's orientation when you place it in the board. You might get yourself into a mess from the very start by having to cross over the op-amp to power it. You might notice there's a small circle up in one of the corners. If you can guarantee that this circle is on the lower left corner when you place the op-amp in your board, when you are powering with positive 12 on top and negative 12 at the bottom, you will guarantee no need to cross over and you can make the wires as short as possible to do their job. Now we would like to attach the output of the op-amp to one of its inputs. Huge loops are not your friend. They can create a lot of noise in a circuit. Let's try again. Well, Broski did a better job of cutting his loop down, but he's still crossing straight over the component. He's done a great job now of going around his component, but he's using 3 separate wires to do what could be one wire's job. If possible, we encourage you to make direct connections. One very short wire pressed down against the board, flat, and going around the component. Meet your new friend, the potentiometer. You'll be seeing a lot of him this semester. A pot's orientation is incredibly important. Make sure that you're placing your pot in the breadboard correctly so that the 2 inputs are not receiving the same signal. Unless that's what you're desiring, which maybe it is. It probably isn't. Additionally, think about how you'll be placing wires from component to component. What you might notice here is that his yellow and green wires are crossed over. If we undo the mistake that was just made, he can make his circuit even nicer by simply switching the positions of the positive 12 and negative 12 inputs. This way, none of his wires are crossing. It may not seem like a big deal in the case of this circuit, but in other circuits, it'll make a huge difference, and it'll look a lot nicer. So now that his circuit is all beautifully finished, we recommend you add 2 final wires no matter what you're doing. Well, almost no matter what. A yellow wire to check for channel 1 and a blue wire to check for channel 2. These are for use with the scope. If you leave them in there all the time, you will never forget where you are testing your circuit. Broski is a very happy student now.